Hey.
Episode 30. I know you guys thought that we were cancelled. Sorry we didn't do a new episode. That was my fault because I was too lazy to get me and Sam onto a stream. Oh, whoa. Technical malfunction.
Within the first few seconds, okay. Okay.
That was a false start. No, but as I was saying, you were surprised that we weren't cancelled. Yeah, I was too lazy to do a new episode. You know, just both been a bit lazy and slacking off, but that's all right. We're here now, episode 30.
Also, there's a potential for new content coming down this weekend. All I got to do is clear the room off this SD card, and then we'll be ready to film some stuff. If you don't know, we're gonna try and do some riffs and
we're gonna try and what happens is, guys, we're gonna try and collab while I'm up in Adelaide this weekend. We're gonna try and collab. Maybe, we don't know. One of the videos might go on my channel, and then the others might go on Jency's YouTube channel.
Yeah, that will be on Swagstar Pictures. Also, I'm reposting some. I might be reposting some of Flemishdog and I's riff because I don't know if anyone knows, but Flemishdog got deleted off YouTube because
recently what happened was Reese got taken down for false copyright strikes, I think.
Yeah, he got a second copyright strike from some fake organization, and the third one he doesn't even know what video it was because he's now locked out of his channel. Although he has recently set up a archive.org page which you can watch all of his old videos, and
I will put it in the description down below when this episode gets put out.
And he will be posting new content in the near distant future. So. But I just got to read. I'm reading its text.
So pretty much the last couple of weeks, a lot of things have happened in the YouTube community.
Yeah.
So the first thing I want to kind of get over and done with was the KSI and Logan Paul fight. Pretty much everyone knows what happened, essentially.
Yeah.
Pretty much Logan and KSI got a draw, which I still wish KSI had won, but you know that's me being a fanboy. Jake knocked out Deji, and Raka knocked out Scarce. Or no, not knocked out, sorry. But you know what I mean to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
Who cares? Well, Raka's videos haven't been very good. They've been feeling a bit like Jake Paul's.
Sam's roasting Raka on the air.
Oh, yeah. I used to like their older stuff, and I was quite proud when I bumped into them a few years back. And also the fact that a friend of mine was in the year above him at film school, MAPS film school. But it's just like the current content's just stale. It's basically the House of Raka is pretty much the Team 10 house, but even more faker.
Oh, dude. Oh, please don't block me on Instagram at Michael and Danny. Please don't block me on Instagram, boys.
That's what their content is. It's just basically. It's like,
look, I'll have to agree to some extent. I think their content has gotten a bit stale, but what do you expect? They're probably what I think it is. I think they're probably trying to add new things because they're probably getting sick of the Ronald content.
Oh, gosh!
You know what I mean? Imagine if they dressed up as fucking Ronald. Imagine if who fought Scarce again?
Raka.
I think it was Danny or someone like that. Like, imagine if Danny dressed up as Raka while he was smashing Scarce. Like, that wouldn't have worked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dressed up as Ronald trying to bash up Scarce.
Yeah. My favorite was but out of all of the coverage of the fight, my favorite is the Raka Ali Instagram story. He did an Instagram story like a week ago, and he's like, "Hey guys," on his Instagram story, he's like, "Hey guys, that's me. Hey guys, that's me." And he's trying to act like Scarce. I love that.
But yeah,
fight next. Comments down below. He's being smart. I love it. And then the other thing I loved was there was two videos I liked on it. The Anything for Views video that he did about it, and the Lewis Spears video. Yeah. My favorite joke from the Anything for Views video is something along the lines of like, there was even some gay moments, and it's like, and he adds all this like sort of gay music in the background, like this sort of, you know what I mean? He adds like this romantic music every time KSI and Logan bump into each other. I love that. I thought it was funny.
Also, so here's some other dramas that have gone around the wind. Like, for example, H3H3.
Oh, Ethan,
they've been saying some stuff that they're not really educated about. Haven't done their research.
Yeah, they have fucked up. So how this started was apparently they made a game. From what I watched on the video last night, apparently they made a game and they made a mobile game or whatever, and they hadn't made a video for months, and the fans wanted videos and shit. And then Ethan and Ela came out with this like fucking stupid video where it's like, oh hey guys, you want to play me in a video game? And we need help. Me and Ela need you to download a new game or some dumb shit like that. They do something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man, it was so cringy. Like, I'm sorry, I like Ethan. Don't get me wrong, I like his content, but that was so fucking cringy, man.
But you know, with Ethan, what happened was the fans were angry that wasn't a new video for 3 months.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were pissed off that it was just a promotional video and it wasn't a new video from them in general.
Yeah,
and they complained, and even on the Reddit, some of them did like posts saying "Rest in peace, Puppet Ethan,"
and even memes.
Yeah, even memes like taking the piss out of Ethan.
Yeah, because what happened was the game Charge is one of those games where there's like it's a platformer thing where you roll as Ethan because he's fupa, but just the whole
fat. That's the joke, guys.
Yeah, because he's fat. Get it?
Because he's fucking fat.
Yeah, that joke hasn't been done about 1 billion times with Ethan Klein.
Who, guys? I'm fat. No, I'm joking.
But the thing about it is that it payrolls you. It's one of those games that's not even aimed at this adult fan base. It's more aimed
at kids, not aimed at the teenage fan base. It's aimed at like kids who would watch like Jake Paul's content and go, "Oh my god, he talked to Mac Miller on the phone. Oh my god." Like that sort of fan base, like the ones who would watch IMJaystation's video on Mac Miller and be like, "Oh my god, he talked to Mac Miller. I'm so happy that Mac didn't die." No, man, I'm not around.
But the whole thing about all of this is the fact that, you know, that the game charges you to, and the fact is that the money isn't even accurate. It will charge you $5, but then charge you $7 when you actually look at your email account.
Yeah, exactly. When you actually like purchase the DLC or whatever, and then they charge you extra and. Like that, I hope Ethan will respond to this on his like podcast. Hopefully, he will clear that shit up with the fans.
Yeah,
he will clear it up. But you know,
and when Jared's coming down Jakova, well, actually, I'm giving him a few boxes of VHS tapes and some.
I might be making a joke about Ethan Klein in my next video.
I also managed to edit the last of the stuff today. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Because I didn't have music lessons today, but also, I also got a VCR for Jared when he comes from Chicago when he gets down, and also, so yeah, I've been pretty busy, but also look at this. I'm converting at the moment the Australian Idol Grand Final.
Oh no, the finale. Oh.
The finale, but this is the tape that has that Fibbles commercial on there for the toy. During all things Jerry Springer. Why would it be on Jerry Springer?
Why would kids even watch commercials? Kids hate commercials. They skip all the ads just so they can watch their fucking favorite show.
No, but the fact it's not even during a kids show. It's during Jerry Springer where people get angry and then.
No, I know, but you know what I mean? It's like, even if it was like fucking Simpsons, kids would be like, "Oh my god, this is so boring," and they'd just skip the commercials, like, or edit out the commercials.
Yeah, well, this wasn't recorded by a kid. It was recorded by some guy. I'm presuming at Elizabeth Park or something.
Some middle-aged guy at Elizabeth Park. The most accurate statement of people in Elizabeth Park.
Elizabeth Park is one of many suburbs of Elizabeth, and you'll know from the many times you'll be going to Adelaide in the next few years, you'll know every single.
It'll be like Hyde Park.
But yeah, so I've been
There's
just
so much good news that's been happening. Like Tom Ballard had his final episode. That was
he got, and you know what makes it even better? He got his show cancelled on my birthday.
So happy birthday, Sam!
It was an extra birthday present. Thanks, ABC.
Thank you, ABC. Recanting Jency's faith and nostalgia.
No, it's like, hey, that's a extra birthday present. Thanks, ABC, for canceling.
Oh man, this is the worst fucking drink I've ever drunk. Oh my god.
For a show I didn't even like, and now that's an extra birthday present.
Oh, you know, I bought a drink recently, right? You know how people buy drinks?
Yeah.
Like fucking losers like me. I bought this paired drink. It's like I wouldn't call it alcohol, but it's like a sort of like fruit beverage.
Yeah. I also like the fact that
it's gonna look like puke anyway. Or piss.
But I was going
to be in the toilet as we're doing the live stream, and legit, my toilet looks like it's just been pissed in. That someone
Hey,
just
look,
took a
I look at Mike Myers in the Love Guru doing an ad for YoPlay.
Oh no, it's Mike Myers pre 2008.
He's now doing Estlé adverts for yogurt.
Oh no. Wayne's World, excellent. Oh, what the? Give me a sec. Oh no, I have to dig in the toilet. Oh god, I fucking threw the bottle cap. You can't do that. Bottle cap will get stuck in my toilet, and my mom will kill me. It'll go to my debt.
Say this live on air.
Yeah, I already took it out. I know. I'm gonna wash my fucking hand in a minute. Anyway, my hand smells like I've been wanking.
Oh wow, what a very pervy.
What a very.
It's like Godzilla's just like taking
there's been a lot of videos. Talking of Ethan Klein, there's another video about it called H for H for He Needs to Keep Making Comedy or something like that, where this dude, and pretty much he talks about the video Ethan did with like iDubbbz and all that, the one where he's going to shoot guns in the desert or whatever, and he just talks about how he thinks Ethan was acting like a whiny little prick or whatever about the podcast, and because how it sparks is there's a joke in the video where he goes, "Fuck you to the people who talk shit about my podcast," and he acts like he's gonna shoot people who talk shit about his podcast.
Yeah, he pulled a Derek Savage.
Mm-hmm. You mean
good
like
self-defense for women?
Like cardboard versions of Justin Bieber out in the desert, and he shot him.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Cool cat.
Yeah, well, Cool Cat's pretty cool, but he's no hectic.
Back in a sec, guys. You can do something. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, at the moment I'm just uploading some stuff that will eventually go public. I'm planning on posting. Let's see, where the fuck is this? Where the fuck is this? Okay, I am completely confused. I have no. Basically, the edit files for some reason. Hang on a sec. Shit. I'm gonna have to go into the actual edit files to have a look at this. But yeah, I'm just like trying to look at why this thing isn't corrected correctly. 57. Oh, you got to be freaking kidding me.
There's a thing called political correctness. Oh.
I listed it under part 57 or 59, so it wasn't historically.
You talking shit about my podcast? Yo, bitch, tell me my podcast's terrible. You'll tell me that I need to do better videos. Yo, bitch. I hope Ethan will respond to this because it's just it. I don't think he will though. That's my only problem with it. I don't think Ethan will respond. Sam.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull a fucking thing where he's probably gonna play the victim, or he's gonna just act like people are just giving him too much hate.
Yeah.
Like Leafy. He's gonna do like the Leafy thing, where he's gonna be like, "Guys, too many people are giving me hate. You know, we didn't do this for money. We did it so we could add money to the lawsuit, or they'll just make up bullshit like that."
Well, to add money to the lawsuit, he's already won
the lawsuit. Yeah,
he already won the lawsuit.
Something like but he's gonna use something like that as an excuse, or as a shield to deflect criticism. But
he's not going to be able to defend himself at that point because he already won the lawsuit against
exactly.
Guy.
Like last year, he already won the lawsuit against Matt Hoss.
Unless it's for the bill, but I think.
Unless it's for the podcast, unless it's to put more into the podcast. Because the thing is, Ethan mainly just focuses more on the podcast and his content. The last year and a half, he's been focusing more on the podcast than anything.
Yeah.
And his fans are turning on him for that. That's the sad part.
The reason about that whole thing, I think I saw someone else talk about it. I think they said that Ethan doesn't even get his facts right and put the effort into actually doing the research.
I don't even think he's the one who does the research. I think what it is, I think it's slave turns, like you say. I think it's people he pays. Yeah, it's people he pays like fuck all, I reckon, in my opinion, and they just do the research. So
I want to call.
He'll talk about something like John McCain, and they'll be like, okay, we'll do some research on John McCain. He was a good man. He was a legend, even though he used to get a boner every time people were killed in war. He used to get a boner.
I wanted to make a show for ABC Comedy and call it if I ever got a show on television, I would call it the Channel 10 Slave Turn Show.
Oh my god!
And that would be the title. the intro would pretty much just be a bunch of 10 executives whipping a bunch of innocent people down the intro.
Yep. Cheers.
That's. I'd make it funny somehow.
Sam, we got a viewer on. We got a viewer.
Chaser on that.
We got some comments, bro.
The Channel 10 photo show.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of slave, no, I'm joking. No, we got comments, bro. We got comments.
Okay. I better look this up. Okay, because
I feel bad.
I feel bad neglecting the comment section. Hang on a sec.
Oh my god, why are you guys neglecting my comments? No, I'm joking.
Hi Tyler. Sorry, I didn't notice. Hello. Anyway, what a milestone! 30 episodes. Good job. There's nothing like the Biggest Loser grand finale in 2009. Sometimes they just play the same. Yeah, I've seen that happen.
Yeah, I've seen
ads explanation point.
Like the 2002 grand final I have on VHS. It just plays the same like fucking.
Oh, by the way, Tyler. Yeah, it was my birthday a few weeks back.
Yeah.
Last week it was my birthday.
Yeah.
I turned 23.
23. What a milestone.
Ended up getting a vinyl leather jacket and also $150. I think I also got $100 worth of JB Hi-Fi cards.
Yeah.
And from relatives and stuff. And also went to the Raw show.
We'll have some new videos at Ty. We'll have some new videos coming out if you want to see any. Maybe you might have some videos in the works. Well, me and Jens here collabing in Adelaide, maybe.
Yeah. I still got to clean that hard drive, that recording of the set. I'll contact Chris about that, but
yeah. No, that's all good.
Tomorrow.
You know, all good. As I was saying, like with Ethan, man, I don't think Ethan will I think he'll do something, right? Like he'll pull the victim card, or he'll do something where he'll respond, but he'll leave things out, like the $99 or something. That'll be his ultimate downfall. Like he'll leave stuff out, like Leafy did with the iDubbbz response. Like he'll leave out stuff, or Rice Gum. Like he'll leave out things, and people will just say it's retarded. You know what I mean, Sam? If he ever does respond. Besides that, I think it is, man. Look, I think it's wrong. Don't get me wrong. I think it's fucked up that he's promoting this to kids, and kids are getting scammed. But at the same time, I think that the parents should be looking at what their kids are doing, per se. And
usually,
I'm sorry, Ethan.
Because they're modern day parents.
Ethan, I have to roast you, bro. Please, if you ever do make another video, just don't steal cunts' ideas. Just don't steal people's ideas, Ethan. Actually think of your own ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got to do some research, like get your slave terms to do more research. Get your slaves to do more research.
It was a show called the ABC, the Channel 10 Slave Turn Show. Would anyone watch?
It'll get cancelled after 5 episodes due to feminists complaining. Because Channel 10's their favorite channel, Sam.
What can they even do? They haven't. I mean, I'm just saying that about the whole installation. So the fact that
you know what you could do is you could break the fourth wall if you get cancelled. Like you could do it like Basil Brush, where you break the fourth wall. And I had an idea. Maybe you could do at the end of one of the episodes. You could get like a choir to sing "You'll Never Walk Alone."
Yeah.
Because the lyrics are just so true. Like, get them to just alter lyrics of "You'll Never Walk Alone" to "We've Been Cancelled" or something like that.
Yeah. Jerry the Pacemakers.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, look, it's Jerry Marsden and his pacemaker. And it's like, he's just like dead. It's like, oh shit, we just like, hey, look on the bright side. At least we get featured in memorial clips on TV that Jerry Marsden died.
Yeah, and you'll get his movies on TV.
Yeah, ferry across the Mersey, anyone?
Oh, ferry across the Mersey. Man. Nah, but there's so much that's been happening, right? Like, we had the KSI Logan Paul fight, which, nah. We had the H3 thing. Let me check. I have another topic to talk about. Unfortunately, a couple weeks ago, my meme legend, my meme god, my main man that I talked about so much on this channel, Robbie Rotten, passed away. He'll be sadly missed. What do you think of Robbie Rutten's death, Sam?
Yeah.
He was a legend. I'm sorry. Like, I grew up with Lazy Town as a kid. I'll be honest. I grew up with, like, Lazy Town and all that shit. Because, you know, I used to watch ABC. I thought I was a cheap kid. I never watched any of the Foxtel channels, maybe with the exception of Nick Jr. here and there.
Oh, by the way, I'm giving Jared this one promo for Lazy Town that was on ABC that I recorded in 2010.
Yeah. I could do something like Lazy Town promo, rare 2010. Like Nick Salmon, just have a bunch of these titles that make no sense to the channel. Reaction to Logan Paul and KSI fight, full fight. And then it's just like half of the fight, and then people trying to take it down for copyright.
Yeah.
No, but Robbie Rutten passed away. It's really sad, and you know, it's so interesting with the dude. Like, he became such a meme that even like because usually the problem is when something becomes a meme, people do take the piss out of the person too. But with Robbie Rutten, even though they did kind of take the piss out of his character, they never was mean to the man. Well, they never took it too far. They knew he was sick, and they still treated him with respect, which I like. Yeah.
Even though on rule34.org, I think the freaking Robbie Rutten got featured on the front page of like him effing Stephanie or some shit.
Oh, I saw that. That was wrong. And the fact that he had just died too did not make it help.
Yeah, I know.
Stephen Carl, man, you know, the interesting thing was last year, believe it or not, before I started this podcast, I was going to do a podcast with a mate of mine from the UK. We were going to do a podcast, and we were trying to get Stephen Carl on our podcast. we were trying to get Stephen Carl, the actual guy, on our podcast.
Yeah.
Interesting fact. And we tried everything, and we could never get a response until we had to contact his management. And his management said at the time that he was too sick to be on. So we're just like, oh, no, all right.
He missed his opportunity, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, we missed the opportunity. But, you know, as it's a piece of respect, you know what I mean? He's sick, and we're not going to, like, make him come on if he's sick, you know. He's really sick, yeah, so we missed that opportunity. But, you know, he was a legend.
Yeah.
Stephen Carl, you'll be missed.
Yeah. No, even though I could say that I didn't have full nostalgia for Lazy Town, and I appreciated something more like the Lazy Town review that Charlie Brooker did in Screenwipe during my teenage years, I do have to say that that the accomplishment he made on children's television as Robbie Rutten, and also the sort of nostalgia that people like you would have towards him. So, you know,
I grew up in Lazy Town, and that was the first show. I'll be honest, that was the first show I bought the merchandise for. As sad as that sounds.
Yeah.
That was like one of the first shows I ever bought the merchandise for. I bought the toys and everything. I used to have it all, like the toys, and then, you know, when we moved, I lost most of it. So, one day I'll find the Robbie Rutten figure to have to my collection, and I'll put it in the meme cupboard. Yes, I have a meme cupboard. As sad as that sounds, I have a meme cupboard. Yes, and one of it's like a Toy Story hat, because, you know, Logan Paul.
Because Logan Paul.
Yeah, it's Toy Story hat. Something that looks like Pink Guy. A Pink Guy, and then a drawing of Pink Guy that I did in my high school years, in my early high school years. It was Pink Guy with a boner. Yes, I drew Pink Guy with a boner. I drew iDubbbz in the Green Alien costume. And I think I also drew Anything for Views, and it said, "My name's Jeff. I want to eat a piece of cake." I said as a joke. Because I originally wanted to say, it was originally something like, I wanted to eat pussy, but I couldn't say it because, you know, school. I had to say something else, and it kind of sucked, but, you know, what can you do? Yeah.
You mind if I just? I'm just going to go do something quick, but you can entertain the crowd on the stream.
Yeah, I'll try and entertain the crowd, my man. God, I'm like Keemstar with my spelling. Doctor Line Enforcer. What the fuck is going on here? What's going on? What's going on, my man? Is we're doing a podcast, and you know, if you don't like it, then that's fine. But, you know, we're doing a podcast, and we're talking about the nostalgia that Robbie Rutten brought. Pretty much, we're talking about the nostalgia that Robbie Rutten brought to my childhood. You know, really, really sad. Robbie Rutten was a legend, you know. Man, just thinking about that dude, it kind of does make me sad, because I grew up with, you know, Lazy Town, and I know, as normie as that sounds, oh my god, you're such a normie. No, I know, thank you. Nah, for real, like, Robbie Rotten, that dude brought me so much nostalgia as a kid. And I remember like coming home from school, like when it was on ABC. I remember coming home from school every like Friday afternoon and I'd watch Lazy Town with the new episode when it would come out over here. I'd watch the new episodes when it would come out. And I remember that as a little like probably 5-6-year-old kid when it first came out. Ever heard of Jesus, the Pregnant Woman Killer? Is that a movie? Wait, let me make sure for a sec. Jesus, the Pregnant Woman Killer. Oh, that's the fucking. Oh yeah, that's the Oh, I know, that's the Dr. Phil thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the. Isn't that the Dr. Phil thing where that girl says she's like pregnant with Jesus's baby or some shit, and she's like pregnant or whatever with his baby and just all this like sort of shit. Oh no. Yeah, it's just funny, man. The internet's a funny place, you know, full of people, full of people. It's just funny place, man. Jesus the Jew does infanticide and will genocide us all. Oh my God, Sam, it's the Jew World Order. Jency, it's the Jew World Order. Nah, I'm only mucking around. The Jew World Order. I love that meme. That is a funny ass meme. Like where people get clips of the Jew World Order or some garbage like that. The Jew World Order is like the Jew World Order is like, man. So it's a funny thing. The Jew World Order is like a fucking thing where people think that Jews run the world. I don't know. I'm not a person that's really excellent with Jews, and he is number one. Rest in peace, Robbie. Oh yeah. Robbie Rotten was a legend. Yeah, it's a crazy thing. Yeah, Robbie Rotten was a legend, you know. Besides that, Robbie Rotten, man, he was a legend. Yeah, I remember that. I grew up with like. Besides that, I grew up with like Lazy Town when it like came out back in like 05. Yeah, back in 05 on ABC. I remember that. That was good old days when you had Elliot as the host of Roller Coaster, and you had, oh my God, and you had such good nostalgia. Elliot, you know, Lazy Town, you had all that sort of stuff. Oh, my mum watched Dr. Phil. Oh. Dr. Phil, man, that dude's funny. Like, Dr. Phil is like a meme. He's like created so many internet memes. He created most famously Catch Me Outside, and he also created most famously the what was that thing that it was this like dude or whatever, and he created this dude with like blue hair. It was like a huge meme. Oh, I think his name was like I gotta think of his name. I think it was something where he like called himself something like fag something or whatever. He was like a huge like internet joke because he had like blue hair and like blue eyebrows or something like that. Everyone like made fun of him. I gotta have a look at that. That's a. Oh yeah, Sexy God. He calls himself Sexy God. Yeah, that's the dude. Yeah, the dude like calls himself like Sexy God, and he's become like a huge joke online. There's so many things that were just. There's so much things that have been created by the internet. It's like mental, man. It's mental. So much things have been created by the internet. The Robbie Rotten. No, Robbie Rotten was created by yeah, the guy who played Spartacus. But no, for real. Like the internet has created so many memes. Robbie Rotten, we are number one. Watchmojo.com's a great meme. Michael McCrudden. Oh yeah, I want to get on to the next topic. So what happened was recently Mac Miller died. The rapper Mac Miller, he passed away, and he died unfortunately really young. You know, he was 26, and pretty much a lot of people, you know, made videos kind of milking it. The first one is IMJaystation, and IMJaystation's I don't like to use the word too much in the sense, but all right. But IMJaystation is an absolute cunt. Like that dude, what he did, he knew this was the day Mac Miller died. He knew Mac Miller had just died, so he decides that he's going to make a video, and he calls it something like, he calls the title, the original title was like called Mac Miller. Let me have a look at this. I gotta find this so I can be sure. IMJaystation. Yeah, IMJaystation. And he calls his like He calls this video like I gotta find it. Fucking JStation. Like this dude's a fucking like cunt. I'm sorry, like this dude's an asshole, and he's JStation is a dude who has done like 3 AM challenges and shit. And his most famous one is fucking the one on like XXXTentacion, the rapper who was like shot and killed. The meme, the black man and the meme himself, XXXTentacion. And so JStation JStation does a video on like Mac Miller dying. Sam, you there?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, my fellow Jew.
I just recently came back from, because what I try to fit some maintenance stuff in there quickly, because I had this CD I bought yesterday of The Simpsons Sing the Blues, and there was some dirt on the cover, little spots of dirt, because this guy was the only when I was going through the stuff at the op shop, it was just basic where I volunteer sometimes at. It's just that they had that, and then they also had this guy. I think the guy had a lot of early '90s rap and hip hop music. So this was the only one that wasn't rap music as such. Yeah. And I paid for it, but there was a bit of spots of dirt on it, so I just went and got some goo remover and some makeup removal pads, and I just took it off.
Yeah, I was talking about JStation. So what happened was Mac Miller just died, the rapper, right?
Yeah.
And so JStation makes a video, something like calling Mac Miller's spirit at 3 AM. And this was the day Mac Miller died, might I add. This was just the day he died. So what this cunt did, he films a video claiming that he can talk to Mac Miller's spirit, films it, edits it, and uploads it within a matter of hours just after he died. And then the day after he dies, he like uploads it on YouTube, like just hours after he died, uploads it on YouTube. And this video has gotten like, I think now it's gotten over 3 million views. Yes, he exploited Mac Miller, like the rapper Mac Miller's death, just so he could get like views. Just so he could get views. If you want to go look at the comments, Sam, there's some pretty juicy comments about the Jew World Order. Man, Adolf Hitler was such a great man. I'm only mucking around. He wasn't a great man. Hell, I should know. Nah, but JStation made a video clickbaiting Mac Miller's death, and then everyone else has made videos roasting it. And my favorite is the one Lewis Spears made, where he just roasts JStation and gives him a new asshole. I love that. And he's like, this thing called and he calls him Gay Station or something. He's like, Gay Station. I meant J Station. No, you know what? Gay Station was actually pretty funnier. So Gay Station pretty much clickbaits Mac Miller's death just so he can get views. I love that video. Yeah. Are you watching that video right now?
No, I'm just watching like best moments of The Simpsons. Just like.
Yeah. You should look at the comments of our channel.
Okay, I'll just read them. I'll read them down. Okay, so
hang on. Read the one with the word Jew in them. They're great.
Ever heard of JRFacts.com?
JWFacts.com. Jesus the Jew does in infanticide and genocide us all, and will genocide us all. Wait, isn't Jesus dead? Or unless he's doing this as a meme, because recently Dr. Phil had an episode where they had this like fucking woman on, and she claimed that Jesus was a Jew, and she got pregnant by Jesus's sperm or some shit like that. I don't know how a man that's been dead for like 30,000 years can ejaculate into a woman and get her pregnant.
The same reason how Jesus was born in the first place.
Maybe his spirit.
Maybe Jesus pulled a god there and pulled
a god and had his spirit.
That's Mary Magdalene? I highly doubt it. I
remember listening to Do the Bartman on a cassette single 10 years ago in a special bus. Yeah, Do the Bartman, man. That was such a. Can I say something? That was such a ridiculous like hit in 1990.
Yeah, no. It actually
used to become a hit. I'm sorry. There was so much better songs that year. How did that become a hit compared to something like, I don't know?
Do you want me to just crack out the CD? I'll go and get it.
Yeah, you should just crack it out. It's just the worst like idea. Okay. Do the Bartman. Shit. Nah, but as I was saying, I used to have like the single for like Do the Bartman on 45. And then my cousins thought it was funny to play it as a frisbee, and they destroyed it. And ever since then, I have not been able to find a copy of it. I've got the picture sleeve, but I've never been able to find a copy of the single, sadly, on 45. One day I'll find it. I'm not that pissed, but one day I'll find it. You ought to see me when I'm pissed. No, I'm only fucking. Ay caramba. What a great quote by Bart Simpson. Ay caramba.
So this is
Simpson sings the blues. You know what? I'm gonna turn on your camera. Yeah, I put your camera on so you can be the focus of attention for that.
So Simpson Sings the Blues. This came out in 1990. However, Simpsons didn't start airing here in Australia until 91, although they did actually have some promos for coming soon dating back to December of 1990. But this, I don't know how the Australian release would have worked, considering The Simpsons wasn't out yet. I think
Maybe
they
made
made
in 91.
I think some of the Tracy Ullman stuff might have been aired on ABC, but apart from that, I kind of don't understand the whole.
I don't know. It's like, can we look at the tracks, because we were talking about the tracks last night?
Mona Simpson Sings the Blues. So if you want that one episode song,
Lisa moans the blues. Get it?
So if you want that song done with a completely different arrangement, this is the CD.
My favorite. Have you ever seen the Rule 34 of Lisa and a saxophone?
Oh god, no! Don't.
It's the worst thing ever made.
I've seen some pretty bad Rule 34 in my time, but let me tell you that.
Yeah, Lisa and a saxophone. Oh
no, okay. So Do the Bartman, you got that on there. You got Deep Deep Trouble, which was one of the other singles apparently.
Yeah.
It's cool. And also there's a Chuck Berry cover.
I had the 45 of Do the Bartman and it got destroyed.
There's this one here of School Days. Basically, Bart Simpson pulls in a cover of Chuck Berry for some reason.
Yeah, which I'm sorry to say, but it's even sadder when Elvis did a bit of mumble cover of yours than yours.
It's got some scratches, but it still works pretty well. But I was going to say, the music clips from Do the Bartman, I don't know if anyone's known this, but they actually used parts of the music video when 10 relaunched themselves with the logo they got now, with the That's Entertainment thing. I know about that because as a kid, I had some. My parents recorded me and my brother some Goodies episodes, and there would be idents for that sprinkled throughout the tape. And we still have the tapes, but that's a very early memory.
Mm-hmm.
And just promos for the
Bartman was such a ridiculous hit. I don't know how it became a hit, but I'm guessing little kids liked it so much, but they were just like, "Mom and Dad, can we buy the 45 from Record World?" And they're just like, "Yeah, we'll buy the 45," just to shut your fucking mouth. And
Do the Bartman.
And then they played it 50 times until the single was completely destroyed, because little kids. Do the Bartman.
But in 91, there wouldn't have been that many people that still had a turntable or buying records at that point in 91. I mean...
Yeah, but they did do some records of that.
Apparently. Oh, yeah, definitely. But there wouldn't have been that too many people that had records of it. Most people would have either bought the CD single or the single. The single. Or bought the album.
Yeah, I love how cassettes did singles. It's just weird, because how could you fit it onto a tape? That's my question.
They actually recorded the same two songs on both sides of the cassette.
Wow, sorry, you'd only get 4 minutes on a cassette that looked like it was.
No, you get the two tracks, and then you get the same two tracks on side two.
Wow, so you get 4 tracks, but they're all the same tracks.
Yeah, and they squeeze them on both sides, and the tape.
Terrible.
You get a tiny little piece of tape.
Terrible.
That you listen to.
Yep. Do the Bartman was such a ridiculous hit in 99. Yeah, but so with Mac Miller, right? Have you ever heard of Michael McCrudden? Michael McCrudden, Sam. What happened was Michael McCrudden made another before they were famous, and he did it on Mac Miller, and he clickbaited Mac Miller's death so he could get views. Yes. Before they were famous, Mac Miller was born in 1990. No, I'm not going to bother doing the intro. But it's just the worst thing they ever did. Like, that's the worst thing that's happened this week with Mac Miller. You know, he'll be sadly missed, even though I wasn't a big fan of his music. Yo, I'll be Donald Trump and these hoes. Yeah, but man, I love talking about nostalgia. Can we talk about some nostalgia? Remember the hey, does anyone remember the Flaming Fongs? Because we've just been quoting that. Me and my mate, we've been quoting the Flaming Fongs. I know, as bad as that sounds, we've been quoting the Flaming Fongs, or that really terrible sketch show, the one with the Mario thing in it.
I'm not the one with the hands in the poop.
I'm another putting my hand in the poop. Put your hand in the poop. I'm another putting my hand in the poop.
I would have been in year 10 at the time in high school when that debuted, and even I could tell the skits were really done.
I know. That's even as a 10-year-old kid. That's why I would go do guitar lessons. It was just so I could get out of the house and not have to watch. I'm not putting my hand in the poop. You put your hand in the poop. I'll be honest. That's why. But guitar class was fun. Yeah, I'm not putting my hand in the poop, and you put your hand in the poop. No, I'm not putting my hand. All right. It sounds like a really bad parody of "Shut Up Your Face," but I don't care. But so many terrible shows from my childhood. I grew up in the worst period of kids' TV, the late 2000s. So many terrible shows, such as Kid versus. No, I'm joking. Kid versus Cat was all right. She's Owl was pretty bad. Such a bargain. Do you remember She's Owl or Dad'll Have a Cow? The actual lyrics. Guys, if you want to check out a good video, go watch Diamond Volt's video on that. That's such a fucking excellent video. When he does it, he's like, She's Owl or Dad'll Have a Cow. Actual theme song lyrics.
I like how in The Simpsons, the one where it's like Fine Rat, like with the Duff checking thing. I actually noticed if you pause at Adolf Hitler's in a jar in the head.
Yeah, my favorite sketch of The Simpsons. There's so many good ones from The Simpsons, as I was gonna say. My favorite is the one where Bart gets payback on Homer, and he leaves the beer can in the fridge, and Homer opens the beer can. He's like, April Fool, boom, boom, and it like blows half of the house up. I love that. There's so many great ones. Or the one where it's like, my favorite is the one where Seymour finds out that he's not actually Seymour Skinner's.
Yeah. In my least favorite, as Matt Groening said in the audio commentary, in my least favorite episode.
In my least favorite episode was the one with Seymour Skinner. Like, I can't blame him though. Don't get me wrong; it is a bad episode, but it's just so entertaining because it's like, imagine if he actually did leave after that episode. But you got to think, imagine if he left after that episode. Like, oh man, that show would have ended so worse. That's why they kept him in, because they knew that if he wasn't there to, be a bit of a cunt to Bart, then, the show would have just ended. The show would have been cancelled. I'm sorry to say. I agree with Neil Kohacker. The first 10 seasons were the best, and then, yeah. Honestly, with the DVDs, I'm only buying up to season 20, and then after season 20, I'm just going to be like, yeah, no, fuck that.
It's also, I'm giving Jared this copy of, apparently there was an episode of, I recorded during my youth back in 2009, this 20th anniversary Simpsons special that aired on the 10 network.
That wasn't included as a special feature on the season 20 DVD box set.
Just, I would have been 13 or 14 at the time when I recorded it. I'm giving it to Jared.
Yeah, like when you show me those tapes, it's such a weird period in your life where you just recorded so much crap. I'm sorry to say, but it's like interesting because some of it's so rare in the sense of it. Like ABC Kids before it was turned into ABC2.
Yeah.
And like, like that Wiggly Waffle thing you told me about, that was so bad. Like the
promo.
Yeah, where it's just what they did, what Wiggly Waffle was. I know. Jared, why are you getting into Wiggles history? You're not a little kid. No, I know. But
I'm not an EDCP retard.
No, I'm not a retard, all right? No, but fucking Edie, damn it. No, Wiggly Waffle was a thing where what they did, parents could be able to send in like a picture of their kid, and their kid's head would be plastered on this like dummy thing or whatever. like this like cartoon character, and it would dance along with the Wiggles or whatever song they were doing. It was like the most retarded thing anyone could ever do, and I remember that growing up. I remember watching that back in like 09, 010. It was just the worst thing ever made. Watching it with my little cousins, I wanted to kill myself.
So if you don't know what's going on, I went through my collection. They're still partly going through it, but I went through both
he went through his collection of stuff that he recorded as a kid and a teenager, essentially.
Yeah, and stuff recorded from 08 to 2011, because that's when we went over to the LG recorder. Although my parents did record something in 2012, apparently, because I went through my parents' stuff as well.
Yeah, oh yeah. Aren't you going to give that stuff to, what's his name, apparently?
Well, I was thinking Chalk Zone.
All right. That's all right, then.
Can I just do some stuff while you can entertain the
audience? I can have the nostalgia. No, I'm joking. My best. I love you, buddy. You're a sick cunt. Thank you for looking at my Instagram stories. Even though some of them are pretty bad, I will say. Like, I did a joke last night on my Instagram. Oh my god! Like last night, I gotta wait till Sam comes in, because I haven't even told him this yet. God, people are funny. People are funny, man. Fuck. That's a great video. Has anyone ever seen that video of the little girl when she tries to sing "Can't Help"? No, not "Can't Help." She sings I'll still always love you," or whatever, that Whitney Houston song, and she can't reach the high note. She keeps going "fuck" at the end of every sentence. She goes "fuck" or something like that at the end of every sentence when she tries to do it. And she goes damn it, and she like cracks the shits. That's the best, and she cracks the shits, and it became like a huge. Back in the days, I know it's a dead meme, but it became like a huge thing, and everyone was like making fun of it. And I felt bad for that kid. I feel bad for that kid. I'm sorry to say. I felt bad for that girl. And fuck. Nah, but it was a funny time those days. Those days were funny as. How many people can stand up and say I've had enough rock and roll music today? Yeah, but Do the Bart, man, that's a weird but interesting single. Like, it was a weird thing they made. I don't even know why they did it. Maybe it was for money. Maybe it was a thing called money, baby. Baby, money, baby, money, money, honey, honey. Money, 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 money. I love how people catch me at the wrong time. It's funny. Jufek. Waffles. Oh yeah, that's a great meme. That's a great meme. Oh yeah. The one where he's like, the dude, I've seen that one where he's like, Waffles. Waffles. Yeah, and he's like, Waffles. Yeah, that's a great one. I love that song, the money song. That's a hilarity. But man, so many like back. Yeah. No, but as I was saying, like Wiggly Waffle was such a weird fucking thing. I know I can't say waffle properly. Oh my god! No, I'm joking. Nah, but so many like shit shows from that period. Like, the worst one was when Dirt Girl Wood was created. Hello, hello. I'm Phantom Strider, and today we're going to talk about Dirt Girl.
Diamond Bolts was better.
No. Oh my god, like Phantom Strider. No, like. As I was saying, today was pretty funny. This guy, there's this black guy right from America, and he sent me this video where he wants me to talk about how he knocked out KSI, apparently. There's a video of him where he goes up to KSI and like tries to hit him. It's like hilarious as. And like Carvos made a video roasting this dude. And it's like this dude, and he's like, "Oh, I knocked out KSI, man. I love knocking out KSI. KSI is a woman abuser." He goes up to KSI with a GoPro and he like tries to knock him out. And, like, the security stopped him and KSI from like hitting each other. It's like hilarious. Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to add to the KSI and Logan topic. Nah, but there was so many weird kid shows from that period. Dirt Girl World. I feel bad for anyone who had to look at that ungodly face for longer than it possibly. What was the joke again? What was the Diamond Bolt joke?
Animators.
I feel bad for the animators that had to draw that face for any longer than it should be. Fuck, I forget it. Should be acceptable. Damn it. Because I forget dialogue. But
Yeah.
nah, that's a funny joke. I love that joke that Diamond Bolt made.
Yeah.
Like, you know, one thing I remember was Ready Steady Cook. That was such a terrible show.
Oh, it's like, remember that joke Sam Simmons did in Problems, where it's like, oh, just sit at home or do it, just wank to Ready Steady Cook.
Yeah. Sam Simmons. God, what a funny bastard. I actually have seen that guy do stand-up. That guy's a hilarious cunt.
His more recent stand-up's not as good as his early stuff.
No, but I saw him when he was at his prime, like 2015.
Yeah.
I saw him at like 2015 when his prime was when he was at the top of his prime. That was the best, like 2015. He made a joke about I think he made a joke about Hillary Clinton, and I loved it when he's like, Hillary Clinton, if she could give me a head job, I'd love to have her as a president. That was a joke he made when he came to Melbourne. And so many people were like booing, but then others were like clapping at it and thought it was funny. Yeah, there's just so many good times. Like as a kid, I grew up with so much crap. I was peg fed, marketed crap. The Chipmunks movies, Yogi Bear. I was virtually the little kid that would believe in anything. This is as sad as it sounds with my record tape collection. I recorded episodes, like I'd record episodes of remember the show Rugrats All Grown Up? I'd record episodes of that on Nickelodeon with the ads, and I remember like making a compilation tape for a mate of mine, like hooking up the VCR to the other as a little kid.
You actually know how to do that?
Yeah, not much anymore, but back then I really did.
Yeah, I still know. It's still something I learned how to do, dubbing from the original to one first generation copy.
Yeah,
that's what we'll be doing.
I don't know it that much. I will say I have forgotten some of the tips, like with like how to record, but I know how to hook it up per se.
I never did it. I never knew how to do it as a kid until I was a lot older, looking at tutorials online, and then I started doing it.
Yeah, I knew it as a kid because the thing was my dad would do that with his pig hunting videos. He'd hook up the VCR to another to give to a mate.
Yeah.
So I knew, and I used to do that with my stuff. Like All Grown Up, I'd give it to a mate, or the episode of Bob the Builder where they all were cowboys. That terrible cowboy special with fucking Susie Quattro.
But yeah, I still make copies for VHS usually so I can keep a copy. But
yeah, like I can't wait to bring the tapes up. Colin Carpenter.
Yeah, actually, what I did yesterday was I cleaned the heads on this machine.
Oh, fuck! I gotta get. Oh god, I gotta get fucking like bubble wrap. Oh shit.
What I was gonna say was with the with what I did was I cleaned the heads on my FJ600 made in Japan. I'm dubbing it through that because made in Japan stuff's far superior.
I know. Japan, the Japs. That's the good thing. The Japs are good for making superior VHS players and record players.
But I was gonna say is I hooked it up via the AV1 on the back and put the new machine in.
The only thing they're not good at is making needles.
Yeah, but so I've hooked up the second machine. It's all ready to go. And I've got some blank tapes aside to record onto. Brand new, never been opened.
Yep. Oh my god, he used a racial slur. He called them Japs. No, I don't care.
Did you? Hey, Jakova, did you notice that?
Yeah.
You know, with the Flemishdog's.
I can't wait until we see some Jehovah's Witnesses this week.
Jakova's Witnesses, more like. Okay.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, that Flemishdog recently has been re-uploading stuff. He recently just re-uploaded that Waxwork Love You Brisbane thing, and
working inflatable arm flailing 2-man Emporium.
No, look at this. Okay, text files pre-prepared to have a person who manages WikiWax online presence threatening you over the phone. It's like until the real people who are Rickety Whack tell them to F off.
Yeah.
Absolute effing no. Good joke. That is just hilarious.
Oh, Reese, you're a funny
guy. If you know that what happened, we're basically this guy pretending to be the Wikini Whack manager called him by his private number. I don't even know how he got it, honestly, and then just held abuse to him, just saying to take it down off his YouTube channel or he'd strike his channel or some crap like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was found out that this guy wasn't even the manager when the Wikini Whack people came out on Twitter and found out that he'd been doing this.
Roasted. Nah, but as I was saying, like, I grew up with so much crap as a kid. Like, my favorite show that I remember loving so much as a kid, I know it sounds stupid now, but it was Rory the Race. No, I'm mucking around. That wasn't actually my favorite. No, I actually did watch it a lot, though, but it wasn't my favorite. One show I grew up with, as stupid as this sounds, I grew up with the 2000s Bill and Ben series. Does anyone remember
I grew up on that too as well, man.
We grew up with so much. Bill and Ben, Andy Pandy. Yes, as terrible as that sounds, I grew up with Andy Pandy.
It's got to go.
Especially the one where Teddy gets a stomach ache because he eats too much, and then it looks like he sounds like he's having diarrhea, literally. Diarrhea. Oh my god. Such a dumbass, man. No, but I'm funny though. I'm funny AF. Sorry, got real pissed because of the internet. Nah, all good. All good, Ty. All good, man. With you. Nah, but Andy Pandy, man, I grew up with so much crap as a kid. Andy Pandy, Ahoy Ho, whatever that one was called. I grew up with a lot of British TV. I grew up with Angel Mouse. Yes, the one where the mouse thought that if he talked to God, he'd get his fucking halo and his magic wings or some garbage like that. Hey, I'm an angel mouse. I'm a mouse and I get my wings. Yeah, because he could get wings. Get it, guys? It's funny because the mouse thought he could get wings. The mouse thought he could get wings, so it's really funny. Nah, but I grew up with Angel Mouse. That was another one. Man, I grew up with so much crap as a kid. I grew up with oh my god, the nostalgia. Oh man, I grew up with Bellamori. I grew up with all that sort of crap. Yeah. Oh yeah, those were the days, man. Those were the days. Nah, but I grew up with so much as a kid. Bellamori, I grew up with we were talking about Angel Mouse. Let's talk about Angel Mouse. The one where the mouse thought that if he prayed to a good god, he'd get wings.
Yeah.
Lucky it wasn't a god that celebrated Ella, because then you'd have to beat baby Ellie to death because she wasn't hijab.
So this is my tape of it. It's from what year is it? 01. 01.
It's gubba dubba gubba. I can't say it anymore.
2001.
Yeah. Out of print, might I add.
Of course it'd be out of print. It's on VHS.
Pardon?
Of course it'd be out of print. It's on VHS.
Not just that, but they never released this on DVD over here. So.
Okay, so they never issued a DVD equivalent.
Yeah.
So that's what they were doing in the early 2000s.
You can only find one episode of Bill and Ben on DVD, and that's from the BBC Children's Favourites DVD compilation. They did an 06 where they took away an episode of Hoi Hoi, whatever it's called. Yeah. And they put 2 episodes of Make Way for Naughty. Yes. The crappy Naughty reboot, the one that like the fans of the Naughty book hated so much that they shredded it a new asshole. Yeah. And the animation is so bad that there's literally one episode, I posted it on my Instagram, and it's so bad. It's like the character's like twitching. It looks like it's having a seizure. Just how bad the animation is.
Hey, at least it's not Naughty Toyland Detective.
That's even worse. That's like Sherlock Poole. No, I'm joking. Sherlock Naughty, more like it.
Yeah. So this is it. I think I might have won this a part of ABC Kids magazine.
Wow, the old days of I would have loved to have had ABC for Kids magazine, because I know what I would have loved to have won. I would have loved to have won that Angel Mouse tape, the one I'm still looking for. Hey, Angel Mouse, Angel Mouse.
Because I used to enter competitions in ABC magazine. I think I won 2 times or 3. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, one of it was for Little Monsters, and the other one was a copy of on VHS of Thomas and the Magic Railway, which I still have.
Yeah.
But this
flubber fun. Yeah, I've got 2 episodes recorded of that on Nick Jr. from 2002 as well.
I've got like the recordings of Andy Pandy stop motion thing, but I have to say, with this press, what I did was, I mean, it just shows evidence of myself. I mean,
your 6-year-old autism myself. Yeah, like
the tape
in the fucking tapes, like me. Like, for example, I still have my copy of the Wiggles movie where I colored in Captain Feathersword's feather into purple instead of just purple pinkish.
No. All of it for tape from my childhood. This is in remarkable condition. What I was talking about was I used to put stickers on the back of my tapes.
Never watched it again. Yeah, you probably watched it once and went, "This is shit," and then you never watched it again.
No, the cover's in impeccable condition. I just used to put stickers on the back of my tapes.
No, but you probably watched the tape once and went, "This is shit," and then you never watched it, and that's probably why the tape still remains in good condition.
Yeah.
Because I've had that as a kid. Like I remember one time I watched it was one of the Babbo tapes, and I remember it was so crap that I was just like, "Yeah, nah," and I never watched it. It's still in my collection to this day.
Yeah. I mean, I think I might have won that as part of a competition. But I always used to have habits of sticking stickers on the back and write some crap on the back or something.
Oh, like the number or the show or the year. Yeah.
No, I use it with my shitty autistic handwriting as a kid.
Oh.
But with the covers would usually be in pretty good condition.
Yeah. Nah, Bill, and it's interesting. Like I remember having a copy of Basil Brush Unleashed, the 2000 series.
I remember an X rental.
No, I destroyed it, legit.
I got an X rental of it
played it
from
so much.
Blockbuster when they closed down at Rich
What,
Haven.
you got an X rental of Basil Brush Unleashed on VHS?
No, DVD. I got it from when they closed down Blockbuster.
Yeah, I've only got Volume 1. I'm still looking for Volume 2 with that roadshow footage, baby, where it's so bad that they try to make out like it's unplugged, but in reality it's backtracking. Like you can hear like the fucking audio backtracks, the music backtracking so bad that even the singers don't sound impressed when they're singing it.
Yeah, what I was going to say about my copy is I got it at when Blockbuster Rich Haven closed down, which is now St. Peter's Bakery. I went there, I think on one of the closing down sales. I picked that and also a shrink-wrapped copy of The Chaser's War and Everything, Season 2. Volume 1.
I remember Merlin, the Magical Puppy. That was a great-ass show as a kid. And
I remember promos for that.
And then Samuel Best just ruined it for me. I'm sorry, Samuel Best. I don't hate you, dude. You just ruined that show for me. Like watching your video with the VHS update, picking up Merlin the Puppy, it just ruined my life.
I'm gonna convert this after this tape, which is ABC for Kids video.
Media Treasure Trove, can you please do the opening to ABC for Kids?
Oh, God damn it, God damn it. Daniel Mom memes need to be like that time.
Daniel Mums. I love how you called him Daniel Mums.
I said Daniel Ma.
I thought you said Daniel Mums.
No, Mars.
I'm sorry. Can I talk about this kid for a minute? What I love, if you guys ever see his Facebook, don't go harass him though. But I love on his Facebook how he copied Media Treasure Trove's like picture from when he's like 17. The one where he's like standing in like he's wearing like a detective's coat and hat, and he's standing behind CDs and he's looking at him and he's doing something along the lines. He's doing that look Media Treasure Trove does when he looks at the liftoff tape where he goes, and he's thinking. Like he copied that photo of Sam's.
Yeah, I know. Oh, but this photo here, like I'm gonna have to say, yeah, I found this yesterday for $3. This is like ABC for Kids featuring Banana Holiday, lots of great songs. I never could find a good enough copy. Mine was always like hi-fi damage.
Yeah, I've got one copy of it, but that was because I was lucky. My op shop was like throwing tapes out. This was like the sellers used to sell VHS tapes, and they weren't selling them anymore over here.
Yeah,
and they said you could just take them for free, and I'm like, oh, all right, because they know me really well, so they're just like, oh, pick whatever, and you take them for free, and I'm like, I picked about 10 kids tapes. I picked that, and I also picked Merlin the Magical Puppy. I also picked oh my god, what did I pick? Basil Brush Unleashed Volume 2, and then a few others, you know.
But yeah, this copy says here Blockbuster value price $9.95, marked down from $19.95.
Imagine buying that for $10. Like, oh my god.
Because yeah, Blockbuster used to sell brand new tapes apparently.
Yeah, because they would get in like tapes and they'd be like, nah, fuck that. We're not gonna like have 20 copies of ABC for Kids featuring Banana Holiday. So they'll just like put like 2 of them aside and keep it to sell at front for display piece. Yeah, I remember that. Like I know this, as stupid as this sounds, I used to really be obsessed with like Saddle Club as a kid. I know, oh my god, you're so gay. No, I'm joking. Nah, but I used to watch Saddle Club because, you know, my stupid autism self. And oh man, I remember seeing the tape and I picked it up for like $10 and it was brand new.
Yeah. But the funny thing about with Saddle Club, Friendly Jordies has made 2 jokes about it. It's like it's like about what Game of Thrones summed up. It's like, who cares? This is the most boring part of the show. They basically it's a god obsessed culture that are obsessed with horses even more than the Saddle Club did.
Yeah.
Also, like, it's like, yeah, I think one of the other ones recently that video about the
you know how people have been talking about the 90s kids thing, right? Where they say 90s kid or something like that. I did a joke on my Instagram taking the piss out of them called 2000s kid. And it's a
Yeah.
joke. And I did a video on my Instagram where I was filming the screen for the Basil Brush tape, and I said, "Any 2000s kids remember this?" And then I was just like, "Oh my god!" And I wanted to kill myself after filming it. And then I wrote under it, "That's those days." Hashtag that's my style. It was like a goof.
Goof.
Yeah, it was. I done goof.
Whole 2000s kids. You're going to be the next ones in the spotlight.
I know.
But don't hold on too long, because 2030 will be around, and you'll be the equivalent of the 90s kids that will be.
10 kids compilation on YouTube.
But also,
kids compilation.
2010 kids are basically going to be the underground cult until they become 18, and then.
Oh my god, yes. Like fucking, oh my god, like Dirt Girl World's gonna be their like biggest thing they're gonna remember from that period.
Oh, Gumball will definitely be good.
That and Beat Bugs probably.
Gumball will definitely be good. I want to see that.
And Adventure Time and Regular Show if they're lucky. Because it's just gonna, you know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be people like Lieutenant Corvus. It's gonna be these kids like Lieutenant Corvus who just meme everything. And it's gonna be like the meme generation, if you want to be technical.
Talk about meme generation.
Yeah, where they're just gonna meme everything. Yeah. No, but as I was saying, like, man, I grew up with Basil Brush as a kid, like the 2000s reboot. I remember, like, me and my brothers used to love watching that show, and my mum would record it whenever it would air on ABC. I recorded
some episodes. I recently, when I was digging through the stuff for Jakova, I found a tape that had a whole episode of Basil Brush. I thought I raised.
Wait, you converted it to DVD yet or no?
No, I haven't. I'll do it in the future.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'll send it out with the pizza episodes.
Yeah. Nah, because I grew up with Basil Brush. Out of my favorite shows from that period, Pizza and that are the best. Because Basil Brush, right? Don't get me wrong, it's not as good as the original. But I gotta say something. The show was so, like, for its time, it was so sort of like groundbreaking. If you want to be technical,
yeah.
I want to do a video just doing an analysis, talking about it, like sort of like, you know how that guy did that video about Shrek.
Yeah. Can you keep the voice going for a second? I just gotta put something. Yeah.
What I want to do, there's this video, right, where this guy analyzes Shrek and says that it's a meme and all that. This was like before it was like a huge meme. And I'm thinking of doing that with Basil Brush. Like, I want to do a thing. Because Basil Brush, if you want to be technical, of course, I had one of the Basil Brush DVDs back then. Oh, good. Yeah. Nah, but Basil Brush, man, that show, like, what I loved about it was, like, Basil would break. I don't want to spoil too much of my video. I want to say some things, but Basil Brush was a show that was like, it would break like the fourth wall. It was weird. Like, they would break the fourth wall, and he was like self-aware, if you want to be technical. Like, there's even jokes where he makes fun of his own show. Like, the character Basil Brush makes fun of his own show, and he says it's bad or something, and he jokes about the episodes and everything. Like, there's one where it's the one in the Volume 2 VHS and DVD, right? The Unleashed Volume 2 thing. And there's one where he's like, they're climbing through the vent or whatever, because they have to like kind of find their way to get out of the apartment. And they're climbing through, and like he makes a joke, and it's like, thank you for watching this week's episode, you know, or something like that. And I just, Basil Brush was just like an interesting show. Like, the dude, like the fucking character broke the fourth wall a lot, per se.
What about the Indian guy that ran the restaurant?
Oh yeah, and he was such a sexist, yeah. He was such a misogynist. I
liked how the Basil.
You gotta look at the Wikipedia page. It's fucking hilarious. Like, they literally write under his character in the episode Bend It Like Basil. He is called a sexist. That's literally his like character about page on Wikipedia, where he's called a misogynist.
What, you mean like wiki fandom?
Yeah, the Wikipedia. It's just hilarious. Nah, but Basil Brush, like I want to do a video just talking about how it became how it defined meme culture in that period. Because it's like it was so self-aware for its time, and it was so like different at that point for kids. It wasn't doing the generic shit where they would do fart jokes and piss jokes constantly. It was a thing where they would also joke about stuff that wasn't talked about.
Yeah.
Like about women not being able to play footy, which was a great joke. Made by the owner of the Indian restaurant, of the cafe.
I was going to say that with Basil Brush, they didn't actually the episodes. It lasted a lot longer than I thought. It actually lasted until 2007.
6 seasons, yeah.
Maybe ABC Kids just stopped playing it after a long time.
Yeah, because have you ever seen the DVD for Volume 1? Like, if you ever, like, you should just bring out your DVD and just read the back. It's so fucking like it's so bad. Like the promoting for the show is so bad. Like even on
I
volume,
think I just copy.
yeah,
Mine's a little bit sun.
yeah. And like the promoting for the show, I still have it. Oh damn, man, that's pretty good. Nah, but the volume 2 DVD, it's got the worst promoting on the back, and I've got to find it. I'll try and find a picture of the back of the volume 2 DVD if they still have it per se on Google Images. And it's the best promoting ever for the DVD. The volume 2 DVD has like the best promoting ever.
Okay, so here it is here.
Yeah, you gotta read the back. It's the back of the DVD. It's the best promoting ever for the show.
Watch out for exclusive recording footage of some of my finest comedy moments, including hilarious outtakes, special recording, special recorded jokes, and even a boomtastic song.
I want to kill myself.
No, even worse. Look at this.
The promoting for it is so bad.
Look at this. There is nowhere I'd rather be than a fox on the box.
Oh, the promoting is so bad. Like you should buy it. If you ever see the volume 2 DVD, just buy it. The back alone. Like this is the back. I just do my best.
Oh my god! It actually has questions.
Yes, and it's the worst. It's like the worst jokes ever.
What do you call a man with a seagull for a head? Oh, no. I like how they just turn it around so they try to keep it.
Kill myself.
What are you
worst promoting ever for the
man in sandals?
This is the worst. Like even the volume 2 DVD is even worse when they call it. He calls it like I think it's something along the lines of listen to my new boom-tastic music. And it's live and unplugged. And it's like, oh, God.
Oh, my God. Okay, I'm going to read this last one.
This is what they used over here to promote Basil Brush.
What do you call a keep? How do you keep an idiot in suspense? You tell him tomorrow. I'll tell you.
What's funny, right? With the volume 1 DVD, on mine it has a different joke. It's like when the mummy looks at his friend's brain, what does he think about? How to wrap his brain or something like that, and it's like boom boom at the end of it. And I'm like, oh no.
Oh fucking hell! But as you can see, my copy's got this weird tear on the side. I reckon this kid did that.
Yeah. Look at like, oh my god! Like even Steven looks pretty culturally appropriating, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Lord, wow, look at that Jackson Jive shit right on the back there.
He's got the Michael Jackson afro late 70s style.
Either that or he could be cosplaying as Guy Sebastian, either way.
Or maybe Bill Cosby.
Yeah, maybe he's a member of Hillsong, who knows?
He's a fan of Bill Cosby, and he saw Bill Cosby's afro and said, damn, I need to copy that.
As you can see, it's a bit torn here on the back.
Yeah.
As you can tell, it's in the original retail case. Right down to how they used to put those bars through so you couldn't open the disc.
Yeah. The crazy part is this was like released in like 03. What a great time to be alive.
Cool.
Well, on mine it said 03, so unless mine was probably an early pressing.
Yeah.
I know Volume 2 was released in 04, and Volume 2, like if you ever buy the VHS or DVD, the back is even worse. And like the worst part is you get bonus roadshow footage, which was added to make the fucking tape like 110 minutes. Because they already spent 80 minutes playing the episode, so they're just like, how can we get the last 30 minutes in? Oh yeah, let's just add this shit that doesn't make sense. And they add in footage of like Basil Brush being on the road. And it's like the most retarded shit ever. And you can even see some of the like reaction shots in the audience of the kids, like parents being like, I want to go home. I hate this so much.
So there's a tear here on the corner, I noticed.
Yeah, and there's even some of the worst jokes ever. Like in the road footage, there's even a joke about David Beckham's hair.
Okay, that's
like, oh no.
But as you can see, this figure's just so worn. As you can see, it also has family because this, as you can see, this was an ex-rental family pit.
It was a family.
Around 6:30. Cool.
It was such a weird show. Like he was like the thing was Basil Brush was like self-aware. Like he was one of the earliest like self-aware characters I knew of on TV.
And as you can see on the side, they did this with a lot of
jokes. No jokes. This character would make jokes about how bad his show was.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the disc,
which no kids character does that anymore, really.
Yeah, sadly. But as you can see,
make jokes. He's like, "Yeah, I know this show's bad. If you want to change the channel, change the channel."
That's just a bar that used to hold the disc in, so you.
There's even a literal episode where the attendant or whatever on volume 2, the attendant, he's trying to get people to move in, and then this couple makes a joke going, "This is the worst show ever. At least we could be on Victor of the Doubly. At least it's more funnier there."
But as I was saying, with the disc inside, there's a tab broken in the thing, but it doesn't affect the holdings thing on that inside. Also, they did this with a lot of the X rentals. They just teared the Blockbuster thing off with, I think, just a Stanley knife and left it with Ridge Haven, the place that and the barcode. Yeah. But another thing also noted about this is there's also promotions for other ABC stuff, including
Can I have a look? There's Saddle Club, and then there's
remember that show? The way things work, if you pull something.
The volume 2. Kids.
Prostitution.
Does anyone remember Active Kids? The show that was. No. Hey, do you guys remember Active Kids? The show that was supposed to get your kid not fat and active. Remember that? The show that was supposed to help your kid's childhood obesity.
Did the complete opposite.
And it did the complete opposite, where kids were just like, "I'd rather look at the chick's ass," and then they would watch like the female presenter's ass jiggle. That was fun, but they would watch like the female presenter's ass jiggle. Damn, look at look at that.
Oh, by the way, I actually got an episode recorded because someone recorded the end of Arthur and then got the rest of the ABC Kids stuff.
Oh yeah,
and then got Active Kids in there for some reason.
The Active Kids. My favorite is the one that Ned Ryan did. There's a video Ned Ryan did years ago called "Kill the Active Kids." He hated that show so much, he just wanted to kill them.
That was freaking. I hated that.
That was hilarious. I love that video. I love you, Netty boy. That video is hilarious. And he calls it "Kill the Active Kids," and he literally, like, the DVD stuffs up, and he's like, "Kill the Active Kids," and it's just like, oh my god. Like, it's cringy as. It's cringy AF. So many good times, man. But Basil Brush was the best thing on TV when I was a kid. I'm sorry to say.
I think we've been doing the stream for almost 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah. But it's just been a good topic discussion, man. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Like, I just love talking about Basil Brush because no one, like, at my school, no one knows what I'm talking about, so they think I'm talking to myself when I talk about Basil Brush. I grew up with that shit, man. When kids were growing up with like Ben 10 and fucking Ed and Eddie and all that, I grew up with Basil Brush.
Yeah. I found a few episodes that
my family didn't have Foxtel till like 2005. So I grew up with Basil Brush for like the first 3 years of my life.
My mate, I'll also make a copy with the Basil Brush thing. I'll capture the one I recorded. Plus,
yeah,
I'm gonna also edit some ones that Chris, my mate went to high school with. I'll edit those onto one disc.
Oh hell yeah! So I'm gonna have a Basil Brush marathon.
And also, what was I gonna say? Because there's one on a Sony tape, and then there's another one on a 80s BASF tape that was reused. It's a little bit. It's at the beginning. It's a little bit iffy, but you know.
Oh, that's all right. I understand the age of the tape. Yeah.
BASF tapes aren't really the most in the 80s weren't the most reliable things.
Fucking terrible. Like quality-wise, this shit is. Like, there's this one guy on Facebook. There's this one cunt on Facebook. He's been like selling BASFs for like fucking. He's selling like his BASF VHS collection for like $200 to get them transferred. I'm like, oh, piss off, man. Piss off, bro. You're not even going to make 200 unless you have a really collector who's just like, man, I want Star Wars from 1983 on BASF.
But I was going to say...
I'll probably just throw out the tape anyway because they only wanted it to put on a DVD. Love isn't always on time.
I did a copy of BASF this morning, actually. I did this one that finished copying this one from recorded in the year 2000, but it has this David outro on SBS in the movie Betty Blue. So that's one thing that's going to go up on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, the best movie about abuse.
Oh god, yeah. It was like, what the fuck? He's a transvestite, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's also about abuse, so it's even better. Oh my god, Jared, you shouldn't support the abuse of transvestites like that. Sorry, tape is the best. Yeah, nah, tape is the best. Don't get me wrong. VHS tape is the best. I love VHS tape. But 80s BASFs are the fucking worst to transfer, man. Like, if you ever do transfer them, they're absolute, like, cunts to transfer.
Yeah, when I did some transfers, I had to not press the fast forward button.
He wants me to transfer his, like, 80s BASF collection that his parents did for him as a kid. And it's, like, the worst stuff ever to transfer.
Yeah, if you've ever known 80s BASF, one rule, don't press fast forward, or the whole thing will just fall apart.
Yeah, it'll be like the Basil Brush Show's sixth season.
So
they added in more characters, like Basil's nephew and Basil's girlfriend. Yes, he had a girlfriend for the last season.
Check out her. Check it out
on YouTube, actually. No, for real. Sam, you should actually check it out on YouTube. It's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I will.
And they add in animation segments that are even worse than the ones in the original show.
Wasn't there an episode of Basil Brush where they got kicked out of the apartment and they were living in this like caravan? I remember seeing that.
Yeah, I think there was, and they live in like a tent or whatever. Yeah,
that's a caravan. I've seen that episode.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Like, majority of the episodes are on YouTube, with the exception of like season 3 and season 5. But like season 6 is on YouTube because someone recorded the CBBC. Wait, what's it called?
CBBC.
No, yeah, CBBC reruns, yeah, of TV of the final season. But they don't have the 5th season, which is the one where David's balls completely drop. And he sounds.
Do you remember there was the girl who played Molly was in the 5th Harry Potter film and how she got killed off in that movie?
Yeah, I remember that. That was the saddest anime death ever.
I was in the cinema and I was like, oh my god, that's Molly from Basil Brush.
That's Molly from Basil Brush. Yeah.
And I was just thinking in my mind, it's like I think Basil
Imagine if Basil saw her get killed. Molly. Oh wait, this is a funny pun. Boom, boom. You just laugh.
Like the Death Eater's killer. It's like, ha, ha, boom.
Boom, boom. Yeah. Sony tape is best, yeah.
Yeah, I got Sony tape.
PS1, PS2, and PS3. Yeah, I know the PS1, PS2, and PS3. I remember on PS2, I remember they used to have a game for the show The Hoobs. Remember The Hoobs?
You know who the Hoobs are.
Hoobs are! Yeah, the Jim Henson Productions thing. I remember they made a game for that. I used to have that game as a little kid. It was like the worst game ever. What you had to do, you had to help the Hoobs like find out shit for their adventure. And it's like the worst thing ever. And then I remember they did one for the PS2 called Bob the Builder, Can We Fix It? I used to have so many terrible little kids games in my PS2 collection as a little
Remember Elephant Memories thing on SoundCloud where it's just where it's like the boobs.
Yeah, my favorite with Elephant Memories SoundCloud is the one where he does the Cushion Kids thing. You guys have got to like go to his SoundCloud if you ever get the chance. I'll put his SoundCloud in the description. The Cushion Kids one is the best. Where he does what he does. He literally what happens is Thomas Condon uploaded like the DVD trailer before his channel got like before he took down his channel. Yeah, he uploaded like the DVD trailer, and this was the literal thing. It was like do the bounce boing boing, and we used to talk about it so much in the early episodes, but yeah, so he took that little audio and he made it into like a remix. It's like a 3-minute remix of "Do your thing." You know an instrument you can't sing. Yeah, you know what's the saddest is that my grandma actually recorded us a bunch of Cushion Kids episodes on Channel 9 from like when it had the "Still the One" logo. Yeah. And including an incomplete episode of Barney the Dinosaur, might I add.
I recorded 2 episodes. Plus, I did find that
I think in the tape it had about 13 episodes of Cushion Kids.
Yeah,
on a 3-hour tape, and it's just like, oh my god.
But I actually managed to find the Meet the Kids tape and sent it to Elephant Memory.
Yeah, and he was so. I remember he posted on his Instagram. He's like, "I'm so excited! Thank you, Media Treasure Trove."
Yeah, I found that at a Rotary Club for like $1.
Yeah, and it's like, oh man, it's so funny.
I think it was that Bank or something.
Still bounce, boing, boing. There's so much terrible shows from my childhood. The Thimbles, man. God, Thimbles. Yeah,
Talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we're in Adelaide. We'll make a joke about it on my vlog. I might be filming a vlog and I might upload it on my YouTube channel on Tuesday. Hint, hint. Tuesday might be a new vlog. Might not be the best editing because I've downloaded a fucking shitty editing app on my phone to just edit it so I can make a video as an excuse on the YouTube channel because my YouTube channel is slowly dying and I haven't uploaded anything on it and it's still luckily got 33 subscribers for now. For now, until it dies off, like Basil Brush's TV show in season 6.
Well, I remember it was this Basil Brush swap shop. We never got it, and it was like, well, for good reason.
Yeah, like Basil Brush, and then they made another Basil Brush show called Basil's Swap Shop, and it was like the worst thing ever.
Yeah,
and it was like a game show. It wasn't even actually like the show. It was just a game show where he would like be a shipstar, and he would try and reference modern celebrities. Like I remember there was this really cringy joke from like the last season where he's like, "Does anyone know Justin Bieber?" Right? I'm just like, "Oh my god, stop, please."
Yeah, there was a Basil Brush. Basil Brush appeared alongside Rolf Harris at one point.
Oh, I remember that. That was funny. I memed it. And I said on Twitter, I said, Rolf, are we still best friends? Yes, we're still best friends. The best of friends to the end of time. And I quoted a lyric from Funny How Time Slips Away, the Billy Walker song.
Yeah.
It says, how am I doing? Well, I guess I'm doing fine. Wait.
Basil Brush
to the end of time or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a picture of them like standing next to each other. I remember that. That was such a great meme.
I stumbled across that on YouTube by accident. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and I memed it, and then I did a remix of them like performing together, and I added the Willie Nelson Funny How Time. I added the Homer Simpson version of Funny How Time Slips Away from that album. It was so terrible. Yeah, but God, this is just such a great discussion, man. I love discussions like this. As sad as that sounds, I love talking about nostalgia more than drama. I'll be honest. That's why I like
making jokes about nostalgia.
That's why my channel is mainly gonna. Look, I might do a topic on. I might talk about a topic maybe once in a while, but mainly it's just gonna be me reviewing movies and shit and making fun of nostalgia. The idea of it. Yeah, and I might even. I'm thinking of working on a video maybe in the future called "Why Basil Brush is a Meme God." It's going to be me talking about why I think Basil Brush is a meme god, and I'm going to use examples of stuff from clips of episodes. I'm actually going to do that.
Yeah.
Like how Monkey Jones did that video about Hitler.
Yeah.
About how Hitler was such a great artist and he was misunderstood.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of doing something like that with Basil Brush, like how Basil Brush is a meme god and how he's misunderstood.
Are you going to end up using clips from the early Basil Brush out of curiosity?
Yeah, that I might actually do. Might have a research at that because I have watched some of them, and in some of them he is a bit self-aware. I might add, in some of them he's a bit self-aware, but the problem is, don't get me wrong, they're good, but I think the problem is because of that time that he probably, they didn't know it was going to be a meme, and like there's not too much memeable about it. Like there's maybe some things, like the thing with Rolf Harris is pretty memeable if you ask me. But even then, some of the other things is meh. But I'll probably still use them somehow. I'll probably reference it.
Basil Brush, I'd like the kid is like, I was like, you accidentally put.
The thing is, I've never seen anyone talk about the 2000 shows. Like not even the reviewers, like the critics and all that. Like
no, definitely not KG Cock perspectives.
If KB Retrospectives did the video, I'd like tweet him. I'd be like, look, I understand the guy's wanting to do what he wants to do. I know he wants to make this type of content, but he's like fucked up on so much of his information, or he just scans it past. Like in this Blinky Bill video, he's like, oh yeah, they made the 80s puppet series, but in 1992, they sold the rights to Urim Gross, and in 1992, Urim Gross made Blinky Bill.
No, but I like the Blinky Bill, how he refers to Blinky Bill started in his own started in the show The New Adventures of Blinky Bill, not even referring to the fact his name's in the fucking title.
Well, not even just that, but the fact that the show lasted like longer than the 90s series, if you want to be technical.
It lasted 4 years and had 4 seasons, but had less episodes.
But it's still longer than the 90s series because the 90s series only lasted like 3 seasons.
Although the 90 series trumps it in that effect because it has 78 episodes. While
Yeah, don't get me wrong, but by season, if you want to add it by season count, the original did last longer in that sense.
Yeah, and then with Blinky Bill, there was a long hiatus. Plus, with the cartoon, there was, as I said, you know,
An 8-year hiatus, and then they sold the rights to Channel 7. It's like my favorite joke is from the Terry Bart video where he's like, "It's 8 years later. What's so different about it?" Oh yeah, it's produced by Channel 7.
But I like one thing I'd like to mention about all of this is the fact that with Blinky Bill, yes, it had 28 episodes, but I'm fascinated with those 28 because they're so elusive, more than the 78 that I've seen over and over again.
Yeah, KG Bet retrospectives is good. Now, look, don't get me wrong. I understand the guy. Like, I think the guy does it for the sake of nostalgia. I understand that, but I'm not a fan of his content per se.
Yeah, I'll tell Jared. You know.
Yeah, no, you can go have tea. I'll talk about KB for a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
I can do some other stuff.
Do you want to end the stream or?
Nah, I want to talk a little about KB and then I'll probably end it.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go and have tea.
Yeah. Cheers. All right, guys. So Sam's gonna go have his dinner. All right, he just quoted Chris Chan or some sort of shit like that. Nah, look, don't get me wrong. I understand why KB Retrospectives does what he does. I respect that. Don't get me wrong. I respect the idea of that. But I'm just not a fan of his content. I don't look the dude. He's probably a nice dude outside of the videos. Look, I will admit I have made jokes at his expense. I called him a soy boy. I called him a cuck. Yes. But don't get me wrong. He probably is a nice dude outside of the videos. He probably is a decent dude that you could talk about nostalgia with. But I'm just not a fan of his content. Like, his videos, what they are, look. It's just the basics of like videos. Essentially, it's just like him just talking about a certain topic. He adds maybe a few things in there, here and there. That's it. And then that's it, pretty much. The only type of content I like on his channel, I will be honest, is his Upshot Finds videos. But even then, I still have a bit of a problem with those. And I do want to make a video. I'm going to make a video criticizing him. I'm not going to be an asshole and, like, roast him, I will admit. I'm not going to be an absolute, like, cunt and, like, roast the guy and make fun of him. I'm just going to critique his content, per se. I do have problems with it, like the Upshot video where what he does in his Upshot videos, he'll go to the Upshot, right? He'll, like, film himself in his car and he'll be like, "Hey, guys, KB Retrospectives here. Today we're going into the Salvos." But then... And then after that, it just switches to a transition of him just driving, and then it's him going, and then it's him home, which is really confusing because then you think, has this dude gone to the op shop or no? And then he comes home and then he says, "Oh, guys, a shocker. I went to the op shop. Oh, here's what I found. I found the VHS of this." And look, I don't hate him as a person. He probably is a nice person. Like, look, I shit on Phantom Strider, and I have talked to Phantom Strider behind the scenes on Twitter in DMs, and he is a nice dude. But KB's all right. He's all right. Like, I do kind of enjoy his op shop videos here and there. Like, if I don't feel in the mood to watch good content, I will watch something that's a bit, you know, I wouldn't say dumbed down, but something that's a bit, you know, not so intelligent. And I will watch KB and go, all right, this is actually not bad, to kind of relax myself. But I enjoy, like, I like, he does have a good charisma. I'll give him that. He does have a good charisma. But it's just, the problem is with his videos, he, like, scans stuff off, like, especially with his Blinky Bill video, like, that, and probably the other thing that kind of pissed me off was his video about, he did a video about, I can't think of it, it was a while back, he did a video about this one show, I can't think of it, and it just kind of pissed me off, per se. It was his video about Witcher, and it kind of pissed me off, how, like, he only made it, like he only made it a few minutes, and it's just, I don't hate the dude. I'm just not a fan of his content, and I think those videos, in my opinion, like the retrospective sort of things he does, I think they're just low effort content, because all it is really, all you do is just talk about a topic, right? You talk about the show, you talk about the history behind it, like, which you can search up on Wikipedia. You talk about the history, and you talk about how long it lasted, and, you know, and how many, you know, VHS tapes were released of it or whatever, and you talk about it. And you say, "Oh yeah, Witcher lasted for 2 seasons," and it's like, anyone can do that if you want to be technical. All you got to do is, like, edit in the clips of the show and you narrate over it. Like anyone could do that. Like I could do that about Basil Brush. I could do covers retrospective and go, Basil Brush lasted from 2002 to 2007 for 6 seasons. And the main characters in the show was Basil, Steven, Mr. Steven, Molly, and Dave. And I could do that. Anyone can do that. And they also went to a cafe where the owner was a misogynist. Like anyone could do that. Like, anyone can do that. Like it's not hard. And that's my problem with his content. I feel like it's easy, like cheap content per se. Like sort of like the Shane Dawson content where it's like where he just like talks about something and he just narrates over a clip. Like anyone can do that. And I'm not look, I don't hate the dude. I'm not saying he's like, to be honest, there's plenty of creators that are even worse, like that have even worse content than he does. But I do have criticisms for him. I think if he wants to keep making these videos, I think he should add more to it per se. I know he can't add much with certain things. I understand that. But I think he should like add more to it. Or I had an idea. Maybe the idea I had for him was maybe he could make a podcast where he talks about nostalgic kid shows with his friends. Like maybe have people on and he talks about nostalgic kid shows. I think that would be a good idea because it would make his content more interesting, in my opinion. But that's my opinion about KB and, you know. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this episode. I know Jency's not here to do the outro with me. He's gone to have dinner, but he says, you know, thank you for watching as well. Please go check out Flemishdog's archive. I will put it in the description, the Flemishdog collection archive. Also, please go check me out on Twitter, along with Jency's Twitter. Go check out the Two Aussies Facebook page. Check out Jency's YouTube channel and check out my other YouTube channel. And pretty much, guys, thank you, guys. This is pretty much it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this may not be the best episode, and we did ramble on a bit about nostalgia, but thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. See ya.